IAS Academy. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about methanol poisoning in India. Okay? Why are we discussing about this topic is because recently in Tamil Nadu, few people have died because of methanol poisoning. Okay? We call this as the Hooch tragedy because Hooch basically refers to the spurious alcohol. Hooch basically refers to the spurious alcohol that is produced. Okay. Now, how is this spurious alcohol produced? One of the component is methanol. Okay. But other than this, ammonium nitrate is also used. So, ammonium nitrate ka poisoning is also carried out, but apart from this, methanol poisoning also takes place. We call this as Hooch or the spurious alcohol cases. Okay. So, because of this, some of the people have died. This is a very serious number. More than 20-25 people have died here. Okay. So, talking about the production of spurious alcohol, where and in what condition, why do we produce spurious alcohol at the first place? Okay. So, how is spurious alcohol produced? First method of production of spurious alcohol is actually unsafe distillation of cane sugar. So, cane sugar say ethanol ka production is carried out. But to produce ethanol, if the distillation matlab filtration process, if it is not carried out properly, so it leads to automatic production of methanol. Okay? So because it is automatically produced, so it is very important to carry out distillation at a very correct values. Okay? Now talking about the second reason why is methanol being produced is because methanol, yeah, ammonium ka addition is carried out in alcohol. Why is methanol ya ammonium added? This is added to increase the intoxicating condition, or basically to increase the alcohol content. Methanol, if you are adding it in proper ethanol, so we are increasing the alcohol content. Okay? Ammonium nitrate ke bhi saath more or less we have the same problem. Okay? And third reason why it leads to production of what leads to production of spurious alcohol, one is unsafe distillation. This leads to automatic production of methanol. Second is methanol is deliberately added to increase the alcohol presence percentage. This is usually carried out for industrial application. Okay? In industries, because the alcohol content is relatively higher, required in a higher quantity, so we add, so methanol is added, the ammonium nitrate is added. Okay? If this gets consumed by human beings or this gets consumed by common people, this leads to methanol poisoning or spurious alcohol ka poisoning. Okay? What is the third reason that it can lead to production of spurious alcohol is contamination due to herbs and chemicals. Certain herbs and chemicals are also added. The intention is same, to increase the intoxicating effect, increase the strength or improve the flavor. के लिए herbs and chemicals are added, which can also lead to formation of spurious alcohol. ठीक है? Now, where is methanol used? Methanol is used in production of acetic acid, ठीक है? या फिर formaldehyde या फिर aromatic hydrocarbons. So, for example, benzene, ठीक है? Xylene, toluene, इन सब का production के लिए we make use of methanol, ठीक है? So this is the industrial application. Now talking about the effects of alcohol. What is the effect of a normal alcohol versus the effect of spurious alcohol? Okay? In normal alcohol we are talking most commonly about ethanol being produced by cane sugar by some fermenting sugar. Okay? So ethanol or normal alcohol is produced. It reduces the level of neurotransmission. Neurotransmission matlab one nerve has to communicate with the other nerve. So this communication between the nerves is blocked or reduced because of the presence of ethanol. Okay? Ethanol is initially converted into acetaldehyde and acetate. Acetaldehyde gets converted into acetate. But in case of methanol, okay, we have one more chemical which is interfering in between. This is the formic acid. And the formic acid, which is an acid, gets spread over the entire body. So the body's blood capacity. So this has two repercussions. Okay? Matlab basically we are talking about methanol. Methanol ka processing in body leads to formation of formic acid. Okay? Now formic acid has two repercussions. One, ये blood के pH level को reduce कर देता है. ठीक है? Blood pH level, this is around 7.8. ठीक है? So it is basically basic in nature and it reduces the basicity of blood. ठीक है? That is one problem. Second is oxygen carrying capacity. oxygen carrying capacity of blood is also reduced. ठीक है? So it leads to basically lactic acid deposition across the body and the body starts to pain plus breathlessness and the person will die. ठीक है? Spurious alcohol में methanol toxicity, it is highly toxic. Just 10 ml 10 ml inside a person's body can turn him or her totally blind. 10 ml में the person will become completely blind. With 30 ml the person will die. It is completely fatal. ठीक है? Another reason I told you कि spurious alcohol का production can occur because of methanol, can also occur because of ammonium nitrate toxicity. Ammonium nitrate की toxicity की वजह से in our body, in human body, the person will start experiencing headache, dizziness, convulsions and vomiting. ठीक है? So that is what is the effect of alcohol or effect of methanol in human body. Now talking about why is methanol able to enter for consumption? Because we understood कि methanol का presence or usage is mostly for industrial application, but why is it able to enter into local consumption, available for local consumption? First major problem of why methanol poisoning occurs is because the sector is highly unregulated, unorganized and unregulated sector. See, the demand for alcohol or booze is quite high in India, okay? And the demand we are not able to cater to. This demand, because there is a huge gap between supply and demand, okay? So there is a huge gap between supply and demand. So to increase the supply, there are so many new distilleries that come up. Okay? Now, because there are so many distilleries that are coming up, they do not comply with the regulatory instructions. Regulatory compliance is not followed by them. Okay? So local breweries, to fill up the supply gap, demand supply gap को fill करने के लिए we witness emergence of local breweries. ठीक है? And they are easily able to bypass the regulatory laws. ठीक है? Second major reason for production of methanol is a lack of regulatory controls, because the area where these local breweries are made up, this is either in the middle of the farm or inside a village area. So this becomes very difficult to inspect. Okay? It is very difficult to inspect. That is also one of the reasons that methanol is produced. Okay? Third is easy availability. Okay? Easy availability, because as simple as furniture polish will be obviously available in a very remote area also. Okay? By local vendors and by presence in terms of furniture polish, methanol is present everywhere and every nook and corner of the country. Okay? Fourth important reason is the price. Alcohol का price, Indian distilleries or regulated distilleries का जो alcohol है, that price is quite high. ठीक है? So we have unrecorded and spurious alcohol manufactured in India to cater to this price disadvantage also. One disadvantage is we have a gap between demand and supply. So to boost the supply, we have formation of local breweries. We also are not having a very high demand for costly alcohol. So to produce cheaper alcohol, local breweries are maintained or created. Okay? If we talk about WHO's health data states that unrecorded and spurious alcohol ka consumption, this is consumed by more than 50% of the drinking population in the country, in India. Okay? And fifth and not the last, this is fifth but not the least, this is defiance of the state regulatory policies. For example, Bihar and Gujarat, they have completely banned alcohol. Now, because they have banned alcohol, so all of this sector is now pushed underground. Okay? In both these states, the alcohol production and consumption has been pushed underground, because of which it is very difficult to inspect it at any area. It is very difficult to inspect if there is production of spurious alcohol or not. Okay? So these are the reasons why methanol is able to enter into local people's life or for available for consumption other than industries. Now, what are the measures that government has taken? First measure that we have taken, some of the states we know have taken, is complete prohibition. Completely prohibited. Alcohol production, consumption, sale, import, export, everything is completely prohibited in these two states, that is Gujarat and Bihar. Okay? Secondly, regulation of methanol. For example, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India has given an optimal level कि maximum इतना ही आप methanol use किया जा सकता है. You can use methanol only up to that limit. That is the maximum permissible limit granted by FSSAI. ठीक है? Then we have enforcement actions. What are the enforcement actions? So government or the law and order, for example, has to be maintained by police. So police will keep on carrying out raids and seizures, and illegal bootlegging operations has to be stopped. This is regularly carried out by government. Okay? Plus legal prosecutions. So there is penalty, hefty fine and imprisonment associated to production of spurious alcohol in the state. Okay? Plus health interventions. So state government will also have availability of emergency healthcare services in case if any state or any region requires healthcare related help. If let's say methanol poisoning or ammonium nitrate poisoning has occurred in that area. Okay? So these are the existing government measures that has already been taken. But what more can be done? First thing is we need to target illicit raw material. Okay? We need to find out about the local informants can help the government to find out about the network and get hold of the illicit raw material seller. Wherever illegally methanol from industrial application is shifting towards public usage, all these areas where we need to get hold of these people. Okay? Second is timely inspections and raids. So raids and seizures are already carried out. We need to carry out timely inspections and raids, and even if it is done in a rural area, in a village community, in a farmland, inspections must be carried out. Okay? Thirdly, uniform and comprehensive liquor use policy. Okay? Across the country, for example, Bihar has banned, Gujarat has banned, but intermediate states have still permitted. So it very easily penetrates through the state boundaries. Okay? So we need to have uniform and comprehensive liquor use policy. Let's say complete banning may not be allowed, but age related banning can be carried out. Less than this many years के लिए alcohol will not be available at any cost. ठीक है? So increasing the legal age, de-addiction centers का presence, this should be done uniformly across the states. ठीक है? Fourth is use of technology. So we need to carry out GPS equipped vehicles. Okay? If molasses are being loaded at one particular point, we need to keep checking, keep monitoring the presence of this vehicle and keep tracking the movement of this vehicle from source to destination, so that we can ensure that ethanol is not being leaked somewhere. Okay? And finally, establishment of accessible treatment in case of emergency healthcare services. Accessible, affordable, available treatment should be done in remote areas also. Okay? So these are some of the problems why methanol poisoning has been taking place in India. We have had cases reported from Bihar, from Tamil Nadu, from Gujarat also, कि methanol poisoning has taken place. Okay? So these are some of the suggestive solutions that can be carried out. With that, we come to the end of this topic. I wish you all the very best and thank you so much.